Green
The greenest
Hell.
of hells.
It is very hellish if you have played Green Hell.
I have not.
I've been seeing
It's
comments
wonderful.
about this game for probably a year.
Yeah.
Has it been out a year?
It's
Am I
been
lying?
a long time since. Well, it's been out since.
Yeah, it's been out for a while. It's
2018, 2019.
Yeah, it's kind of like in the same category I would put it as Long Dark, where it's like it's really known for being a brutal survival game.
Prettier, though?
Prettier than Long.
Yeah, because there's no snow.
Well,
That's the thing. Long Dark is all snow. Green Hell is all jungle.
all green, all jungle.
And
You're
there
in the
really
jungle.
is. Like, I've played Green Hell more than I've played a lot of the games.
How many
on the
hours if you were
side.
to guess?
Somewhere around upper teens.
Oh, wow. Yeah. It's a
Yeah.
good amount of time.
It is brutal, and I'm playing totally on the easy thing, and I've restarted this game. I should have said I've been attempting to play for like 18 hours, because I've restarted probably at least 30 or 40 or 50 times. You know, you just get to a point where you go, you know what? It's too brutal. I'm never going to get myself healthy enough.
Right.
So you
I'm
didn't even
just
die. You're just like, can't do it.
Fuck it, quit.
Like, yeah,
Start over.
I gotta
empty,
try again.
New server, you know, whatever. Starting fresh. All right, I got a better plan.
This menu's
It's
bullshit.
Like, it's like Groundhog's Day, you know, but like my own way. I'm like, I just
there
keep
you
on
go.
starting over. I'm just trying to do better.
But you have to be a nutritionist in this game, right?
It's only 4 things.
Okay.
It's like you've got fats, proteins,
Water.
water,
And sleep.
and
No, carbohydrates,
Carbs.
right?
carbs.
Are there? Are there 4?
You know, the
There's
4
4.
things you're worried about when you're stranded out in Green Hell.
But you do also have
Yeah.
to worry about sleep. Like, your character can become too tired. So
Absolutely.
you have to lay down in a hammock every now and then.
You can't
take
eat-
a nap.
You have to make ayahuasca?
I believe because we did, but that's with the
That's in the
story
single player,
mode.
right? Yeah.
Well, that's anything
right,
with the story.
Do you know why?
That's the great debate right now amongst the group is when we do this game, is it story mode or do we just go survival mode?
Well, it was the great debate to me. It's not anymore.
Yeah.
It's just, to me, survival and the ayahuasca thing, the reason why they did it, at least in the story mode, for some reason it gives you a vision and then a door opens. So for some reason, I found the door before I knew that I had to take ayahuasca. I'm like, oh, look, there's a door here. Can't open it. But for some reason, when you do the drug,
know
it
how to open
opens.
doors.
No, it just opens on its own. So when you get back there, it's open. You go, really?
That's what Dallas does when he forgets his keys.
You know,
Yeah, I
what-
just do some
Take some
ayahuasca.
ayahuasca.
Right.
Boom,
Go home,
door
it's
is
open.
open.
let the drug tell you what to do in order to open the door. Maybe that makes some more sense.
Yeah, no, it's a gameplay thing. It's trying to
little
lock
thing.
you in an area just to make you understand the tutorial and how the menus and the game works.
All right.
Yeah. So after
Before you
2
can-
hours of me struggling and going, why the fuck I can't go anywhere? It doesn't matter. Then as Techie ends up helping me because I've looked, but I didn't look good enough. She's like, oh, you need to do this strange.
We've
brew
noticed how
before."
you look for things.
Yeah.
I look poorly, but I do look.
Yeah, I know you do.
And you know what? Well, there was something. I don't even want to get into it. I don't even want to get because you know what?
Fuck you.
I
looked
saw
at-
you find some rattlesnakes.
like the rattlesnakes. Oh, those rattlesnakes are the bane of my existence. But it was very hard. Like you look at ayahuasca videos and like, oh, this is how you craft ayahuasca. But none of them tell you that you got to find a backpack that's in the middle of a fire pit, and you have to read something in order for them to recognize the plant that you did harvest that was ayahuasca. It's like unknown until you read this stupid fucking note.
It's a video game.
It is a
game.
3
video
hours.
game.
That's
Yeah.
3 hours of my time. That's why I haven't advanced in 18
4
hours.
restarts.
Right. So that's why we're thinking of doing survival mode.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
gotcha.
And then maybe go back to story
You know
mode.
what? That's the thing. It's like we could do survival, and that could be a nice mini series. And if we like the game a lot, if the audience likes the game, then we can go back and let's try to do the story.
When you're experts.
Yeah, exactly. We know a little bit more about the game. We know how to survive.
You know, this would be fun if Simon saved his games that he bailed on and got better, and over time went back to see if he could salvage one of those saves.
Ooh, yeah.
He's like hallucinating and going insane and starving, bleeding.
I never even let myself hallucinate.
And he cuts on the
Oh,
game.
really?
Yeah.
That was real good, Vic.
Ready.
Still got it.
Yeah.
No, but I like that you're excited about doing Green Hell, Simon. 'Cause there's always been one I thought about. Like, yeah, I would like to do it at some point. But yeah, if you're gonna jump on it, take the reins, take it, baby.
That'll do good on our channel. Look at Long Dark.
Yeah, no, I mean that's the thing. We have an audience that likes survival games.
That's true.
And also, I think Stranded Deep is in the same
Yeah. Yeah.
category is Green Hell.
Well, Long Dark. I wish Long Dark were multiplayer, and this might happen in the future, Neebs. You brought up a good idea, and I saw some people in the comments say this too. It's like we could do Long Dark and just have multiple of us playing it at different parts of the map, but we're all just talking to each other on radio.
Yeah.
So
Different maps
that's
to
an
make it
option.
feel like the same world.
Yeah.
I'm surviving, you're surviving, how you doing?
Yeah, it would be nice to
starving.
have someone to talk to in that world, because that it is a very lonely, defeating game.
I might have asked, but do you know how big that map is? Like,
It's
if you were
huge.
to,
I don't know
Long
the
Dark
exact.
is huge?
Yeah, I don't know the exact square foot, but yeah, it's gigantic.
So I watched your. I know you don't make your way far real quick. You
Yeah,
don't move
no.
that fast. I watched your video I had in the background yesterday.
That
and,
was probably that is such a small part of that whole
I know.
map.
I feel like you were like in this square half mile,
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah.
By the end of the 50 minutes, you know. So.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Because I watched it. I enjoyed it. When you were out in that open ice area with a gun, what made you not want to try to attack that wolf right then?
Because a lot of the time, I didn't want to waste ammo.
Okay.
It's one of those ammo is pretty scarce in that game, and I was just trying to hold on to it as long as I can.
It seemed like the perfect place to
I
fight
know.
one.
My thought at that time was like, I just want to get the fuck out of this region, and I was trying to find a way out.
It did seem like he was waiting for the wolves to surprise him.
Right.
At the worst times.
I'll wait till I
possible.
can't see them.
I mean,
I'll wait
that's
till
an
it's dark.
outsider
Yeah,
watching
no,
this.
I'll go out. Yeah, no, God, that sucked. There were like 2 wolves right there. Oh man, no,
You had perfect weather, perfect visibility.
Yeah, could have had a couple shots by the time it got
No,
to you.
again, my thought at that time was like, I think I had enough food in my belly. I was like, I just want to get the hell out of this region.
Yeah, you know
Which
what?
I was close. I fucked up. There was at one part of the map I got to, and then I turned around, and the road was blocked. If I'd have gone up and like gone to the left, I could have gotten to another region and probably been okay. Because I went home and played it. I was like, I can play this a little more. Fuck, there's a path here, and not
Oh,
far
yeah.
from that was a cabin. That would have been a great place to set up. But I ended up turning around, doubling back, and then going into that mine. And the mine just wrapped around that same damn region I was at. So it was just like, oh, yeah, I just made bad choices.
That game's tough. And
It
you know,
is. It's
like
brutal.
especially like I'm watching you thinking this is the right thing he should be doing right now.
Yes.
And listen, I'm usually driving and other people backseat gaming.
Yeah.
So I know what it's like.
Yeah. Get in there and do it your damn
it's
self.
It's a
Yeah.
great hindsight game because
yeah.
even cutting the video, I would see things like, I think there was a can of food there I fucking missed.
Yep.
It was just
Yeah.
like I walked right past it. Just, oh, damn it.
Denny's.
That might have helped me survive another minute and a half.
video game thing, how we were talking about the ayahuasca and the note and stuff like that. Like when it came to Long Dark and watching that, to break down or salvage a table, 2.5 hours, huh? That
To
does-
put on a
All I had
fire.
was a hammer.
what's it?
All I had with the tool was a hammer. It depends like what
yeah, but
tool you use.
have
If
you ever broke down
like
like
if
you
I
ever broke a table or a chair? Like,
it is silly.
I'm gonna be
right.
done in about 5 minutes.
5
maybe
minutes
less.
tops.
The whole table.
Right.
It is silly.
It's a table and it's a hammer.
Yeah, it's a video
Right?
game thing.
I know.
Yeah.
But that's why we.
But
need
if you
to
have a
make fun of
hatchet,
it.
that time gets reduced tremendously.
To probably an hour and a half.
I don't know. I would have to look at it. I want to say it's like something like 30 minutes with a hatchet.
You
It's
could
like,
probably
yeah,
just
fuck
do
the
it with your
table,
boot.
Yeah,
Just
your
give it a good
boot's
kick.
fine. Yeah. Thank you to our sponsor, Backbone. So what's holding you back from the ultimate gaming experience? Level up your game with Backbone, the universal gaming essential that instantly enhances your gaming experience on mobile. And Backbone just released a PlayStation edition of their beloved Backbone 1. The officially licensed controller for PlayStation was brought to life in collaboration with PlayStation's design team. While the colors, materials, and finishes are all inspired by the design of the PS5 DualSense controller, right down to the transparent face buttons and its visually distinctive floating appearance. Just plug in your iPhone to the Backbone and enjoy console-quality controls as you play console games via remote play or cloud streaming services and App Store games. I hooked mine up last week, and it was even easy for an idiot like me. Played some Rocket League. I scored a goal. Did lose the match, but I scored a goal. And after that, I jumped into some Stray for a little bit. Adorable. But seriously, it was a pleasure with the Backbone. I definitely recommend. So go to playbackbone.com/Neebs now to order your Backbone for a limited time and get free access to over 350 console games and perks. Backbone is now the official partner of Diablo Immortal. Not only is the game specifically optimized for Backbone, but you will also receive $10 of in-game perks. Find your next adventure at playbackbone.com/Neebs. Thank you, Backbone.
And that brings me back to then Green Hell for two things. Like two things. The axe, the freaking stone axe, you have to make it's like 6 swings, and then And it's
breaks?
not even a stone axe.
Yeah.
There's a stone axe, and then there's an axe. The axe is stronger than the stone axe. It takes 2 small stone, and yet it's fucking 6 swings.
Done.
And then done. And you go like this. Maybe it's 9.
Right. It's weapon. It has durability.
It's like a Zelda weapon.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a joke.
Just gonna break
And
after
yeah,
3
and
swings.
then you can't pick up that sharp stone that you made with the 2 small stones. It disappears.
Yeah.
give me the fucking stick and the rope. It's all together. Just make me assemble it again.
I hate this all.
It's right. And for some reason with me, other than snakes, and this is the thing, like I'll tell you this now just because it's like when you hear snake Neebs, the only way that I could ever avoid them is just stop immediately and then back up. Because whenever they bite me, it's like nails on a chalkboard. But I always walk in anthills. Have you guys been doing that? Because I do
No,
it.
I'd never seen an anthill until we jumped in with you the other day just to take a look, and you walked right into
and they're
it.
gigantic.
And it's
They
like
are.
It's as tall as you are.
They're gigantic. They look like, in my mind, says
Like
that
they
they're
block
rocks.
your path.
Yeah.
They're rocks.
Right.
They're big, like kind of
Why would you
boulders.
walk into a rock though? Why would you walk into anything?
If I just skirt a rock, I can walk right by it. But these things, they
Yeah,
sting you.
I see. Good point.
It's again like the long dark. It kind of makes you stop, observe your surroundings, and think about your next move.
Here's
It's
a
like if
question.
you just go in that game, you're just gonna die.
Were you wearing headphones when you were playing?
No, but I was playing, but I had good speaker sound. But
'Cause
headphones would be better.
I
But
think directionally it's going to help you a lot.
that's the rattle.
But you need to where is it? Was it to the right or to the left? With headphones, it'll be more clear.
Gotcha. And with me, I just back up and then go way right or way left, and
There you go.
I'm fine.
Green hell.
I'm looking forward to it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
no, I'm absolutely.
We don't know
looking
when
forward
it's
to
coming
it.
out, but
Figuring that all out.
Yeah,
Just,
we might try to record it soon. I guess we'll see.
We should record it next week, at least the first one.
Get some
For
in the
next
can, figure out the flow, get a few in the can. Kind of
Yeah.
like, and I'll just say right now, Ranch Sim is going to go to every other week at the least now.
Yeah, we caught up to it.
Caught up to got 6 out without a delay. I'm the only one cutting that, so
yeah,
just letting you guys know, it's
Yeah.
not like it's done.
Yeah.
It's
and
coming
Dralis
when
had
I
a
can.
head start. He
Yeah.
was cutting these before they came
Had
out.
3 in the can before the first one came out.
We also got I'm working on some GTA, so that'll be fun.
A few cans around here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we got some cans.
Rocking and rolling.
Yeah.
Speaking of cans, sir,
Oh.
What a segue.
well, who's the
Wow.
Segway artist?
Yeah.
You.
Well, we had a cancer stream last week. Stand up to cancer.
That's
Uh-huh.
right.
We had a lot to live up to because last year when we did it,
$38,000.
and we were like, shit, we're not gonna.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Like
we couldn't ever top that.
We didn't
Yeah.
think we would top it.
And we did.
We did.
Good God, our community, you guys are insane.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. That was awesome.
As Abser was saying toward the end, is stop donating because we have to beat it next year now.
Right.
Yeah.
Quit being so selfish.
Right? Yeah. Why couldn't you just stop after the 38?
Yeah.
It's
Right.
like, oh, we hit our goal.
39.
Done.
If we could
Quit.
just take take from 39, whatever the balance
It
is,
just
hold
carries
it.
over. Yeah.
Hold on to it. We'll accrue some interest.
It's a fun list. I had it in the background, like I was just kind of re-listening to the stream, and because I mean, I think earlier I just said something stupid about when the whole rich uncle thing, ask
Yeah.
your rich uncle, and then I was like, well, you gotta, because we're live streaming, we're just playing a video game, you don't see our faces and stuff like that. You gotta remind him it's a fundraiser every now
Right,
and then.
right.
So that became a fun thing on who to remind or who to hit up for money next.
Yeah.
And that became a progression that I think was effective as far as like getting just inspiration every now and then, because when we had the Neebs and I, we were like, you've hit up everybody, you've hit up your churches, the celebrities, all this stuff that check your couch. That was about 15 minutes to the end, and that's what put it over.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
It
yeah.
was, it was
Yeah.
all the
Everybody's
couch money.
change. Yeah.
There was like 8,000 worth of couch change. That
People are
came
like,
in a short amount of time, and it
where'd
was just like
this come from?
It was surreal,
Crazy.
man, and the energy was real. Yeah,
Yeah, it was
fucking
fun.
I was riding that high for a couple days.
Yeah.
Pretty neat. You
That
guys
was
are pretty
great.
neat, I think.
We did a lot. This community race, because we looked at the whole campaign, because other streamers and YouTubers are raising money for Stand Up to Cancer, and the night of they were over 300,000,
Yeah.
and think like 50 of it was from our community.
Yeah.
That's great.
yeah.
Nah, it's
I
amazing.
think still to this day, we've raised the most during one live stream.
For them? Oh,
for
wow.
that for Stand Up to Cancer.
That's awesome.
I mean, yeah, collectively over the 2 years, we're close to 100,000, which is insane.
Next year, we got to start, we need, special guest.
Oh yeah, we gotta.
Yeah.
And the couple weeks prior, we have to tell on the streams. We just gotta be like, guys, save
Uncle.
your fucking money for the next
right,
couple
yeah.
weeks.
Yeah.
Good idea.
And let's have a blowout.
Yeah, let's
for
blow it out.
Yeah.
a lot of pressure now.
Get some new couches
yeah.
for some new couch change.
Go over to Ashley
Yeah.
Furniture.
Yeah.
See if you can find some.
Go to
Or get used
thrift
couches.
shops. Yeah, get used
Yeah.
couches.
Oh,
There you
yeah,
go.
that's the way
There
to
got
go.
money in them already.
Are you robbing
Yeah.
them from them? Or
Well, no,
like
they-
if you
they
just
don't
go to
know.
the
It's
They
like
don't
when
clean
you
it out. They don't
Yeah.
clean it out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, buy them. It's like when you buy those returns from Amazon. You just buy a crate of old you don't know what you're getting.
Oh,
You can do
yeah.
that?
Yeah, you can get like a pallet of just returns from Amazon for like
What?
a couple $100.
What?
You
I
don't
didn't
know
know
what
this.
You don't know what's in it. It's just a pallet full of stuff.
Oh,
you done
shit.
it?
So it's like Storage Wars.
It's a
A
YouTube
video
thing.
on this.
We should.
I bought an Amazon pallet for
Did you?
$600.
That is a video.
I didn't
We
buy
bought
one.
an
You
Amazon
wouldn't do
video.
Videos about it.
Neebs would never do it because
I don't like
it's
stuff.
just stuff.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
It's for people who want to get stuff. Hopefully, they're going to get stuff they can resell and then turn a profit on it.
They have mystery pallets.
Yeah.
That's insane.
I
I never watched the video, but that's what I got from the title.
I know what I'm
okay.
doing after this.
Yeah.
Watching. It's like the kids when they
It's
watch
like an
the-
unboxing video. Yeah.
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 It's an adult version of a Kindle egg.
I am so
Kinder.
intrigued.
It's a rich person's garbage picking.
Yeah.
It'll be all women's pens.
Oh, I've got like, oh yeah.
We won't be able to write with any of them.
So that's the thing. Like, I'm just assuming it's like going to have to be a hodgepodge, but it might just be all of one thing.
Yeah. Could
You
be
might get a
You'd
could
hope
be a
they
battery
prevent
charger
that, but-
or a phone case or a shirt.
or a pallet of them though. Like I've got
I
a
think it's
pallet of
different
shirts
stuff.
that says
Yeah.
"I love ketchup." So okay,
I don't think it's all one thing.
It's crazy. They just this is all our return items. Just bundle it all together, sell it for $100.
Brilliant on their
pretty
part.
smart.
And then people just you can't send it back, I'll bet. None of
Yeah,
that.
No free
that's the
returns
thing.
on
Yeah,
that
you can't
shit.
return the
Nothing.
returns. You're done.
You're stuck
Yeah.
with this shit.
Thank you to our sponsor, NordVPN. And if you don't already use them, you are missing out on the best VPN out there, securing your personal data and your internet activity. And it's simple to use. I connect with just one click, or you can enable Auto Connect for zero-click protection. And NordVPN has over 5,400 servers in 60 countries. So take your pick. And if you're used to bandwidth throttling, forget about it because NordVPN encrypts all your traffic so your internet provider cannot slow down your streaming speed. And NordVPN's new threat protection is a major upgrade. Threat protection blocks intrusive ads and web trackers, and when you download a file, threat protection inspects it for malware. It also automatically scans URLs and blocks malicious ones. Now NordVPN is more than just a VPN. It is your personal badass cybersecurity tool. And threat protection not only protects your devices, but it protects you. With the ability to block trackers, it helps you avoid online spies and stalkers. And you can access NordVPN from everywhere, even when traveling abroad, stayed home virtually. It's just a click, open the map, click on a location, and you'll be connected in seconds. It's that easy. And as always, NordVPN has an awesome deal to share with our community. Go to nordvpn.com/Neebs to get a 2-year plan with a huge discount plus 4 months for free. And it's risk-free with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. So go to nordvpn.com to get a 2-year plan with a huge discount and 4 months for free. Thank you, NordVPN.
Anyone see that season 2 trailer that dropped today for Battlefield 2042?
No,
Oh, yeah,
you told me about it.
Just a couple minutes long. Shows the new map, and Appsro and I were both collectively like, meh.
I think. I mean, I have to play it, obviously, but my immediate reaction is like they already have a map with a ship in the middle.
Yeah,
Are
exactly.
they doing this again?
It felt like the same map. I was like, oh, that's the new one. Oh, okay. Because it looks very familiar
Yeah, they're going for more infantry-focused map this time.
when you're within the ship.
Oh, yeah, and they
I
got
didn't-
the new specialist.
I didn't see the trailer, but I read that they were going to go back to a class system.
Yeah.
I heard about that. Yeah.
That's something they're planning. They're going to split the specialist off into classes, which should have been done from the beginning.
For sure. And but they're still introducing like new specialists. This new one has a shield that goes. It looks like it's a shield, but it's a
It's a standing turret.
standing turret gun.
Yeah, it's like a minigun that you can just drop anywhere. And
Ooh.
That kind of a thing. So it makes the other shield guy like lame. This one's got a gun.
oh, your shield doesn't have a minigun. I've noticed.
You can't move with it though.
No.
I miss the just when the maps used to have little rocket turrets around the map.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
You're like, man, there's a tank.
The random.
And you kind of run to that and help out a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Sure.
that was nice.
Yeah, they didn't have the equivalent of that at all in this, do they?
I haven't seen
Say
anything like that.
99% of the time you just got shot, like jumping on a turret, and that
Oh,
game was it's a death sentence. But yeah, you might fire one rocket off and hit a chopper or a tank.
Yeah.
And we made that one episode. Usually, when you jump on them, you're facing a wall.
Right. Yeah.
You got like
Let's
10 degrees.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
Right.
rotating
Radius.
turret.
You can't
It's
see.
like,
Yeah.
nope, right here is all you got. Like, what is it?
Like, well, yeah.
Who put this here? Who
Can
would
you-
station this here?
Can you stand right in front of me, please?
Yeah,
Right.
I'm gonna have this, and I'm gonna have it not face the bridge we need to shoot down on.
Yeah,
Why
guys,
wouldn't every turret just be full?
what's
circle?
the turning radius going to be on?
Five.
Oh, 5? Because it could go all around if you.
No, 5. We got
Okay.
5.
Let's make it
Okay.
turn all the way.
No.
Yeah, really. If you throw a turret down, that son of a bitch should do a 360.
Now, the field guns in Battlefield 1, did they turn all the way around? They may have.
Those big. Yeah, I don't remember.
Little field cannon
Yeah,
things.
those things were great.
I have no idea. Wow. We do all the video game stuff? We're done with video game stuff?
No, video game channel.
Yeah,
Kind of.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
What Gamescom was just recently. Oh shit! Did you guys
yeah.
see the Dune game?
I did.
And that's being developed by
Oh.
Funcom, or the same developers
friends,
of
yeah.
Conan Exiles.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
And
That's
it's
dope.
some
So-
sort of big multiplayer survival game set in the Dune world.
little Neebs Easter eggs in Dune.
Oh, Dune.
Dune, yeah.
I thought you were saying Doom.
Nope.
Oh.
Yeah, me too.
Wow.
Sorry, yeah. Dune.
Okay.
It looked mostly like CGI,
Yeah, the trailer was CGI,
Yeah.
an early just
but it was really
preview.
pretty for. Like,
Well, I
it
mean,
looked great.
Conan's pretty.
Yeah, it's
So I'm curious to see what they do in that world.
I want to go back to Conan.
Me too.
Yeah, they got
And
sorcery
then
now.
we can transition into Dune once that's out.
Yeah, I'd be curious to play that one day.
Did you see any of the other Gamescom games?
I saw a few things. Nothing really like blew my mind or stood out. Like, oh, I gotta play that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dead Island 2 got announced. That could be fun.
Yeah. That's been development hell for about 8 years or so.
Yeah. It's like that's one of those
like that.
games that I don't know could live up to the hype at this, but who knows? I mean, God, talking about Saints Row came out too, and that's just a disaster apparently.
It looks it too.
Yeah, which is a shame. It's like because that was a fun franchise, and now it's just like.
What what kind of game is Saints Row? I've heard
It's like
GTA.
GTA.
Yeah, it's kind of like a GTA, open world, steal cars, run around. Like it's got the recipe to be something fun, but they were always like GTA started taking itself a little bit more seriously. Saints Row went the complete opposite direction. It's like, no, we're going nuts. As crazy as you can get in this world. But yeah, this new one apparently like the writing's bad. There's like graphical glitches all over the place. The gameplay's just meh.
It looks lazy.
It does look like it looks like a game that you would have released 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Wow.
It doesn't look like they've just tried to push the genre or the forward in any
And
way.
the movement and some of the glitches and shit you see look just like independent studio
Yeah,
type
it's
of
a
crap.
shame. It's a shame.
Now, we used to go to Gamescom.
Yeah, I keep getting these emails as if
Yeah,
it
me
kind of
too.
makes me feel. And then
I'm-
friends posting about game. And I'm like, God, remember back in the day when we.
Before
Yeah.
before the people in the industry realized we're worthless.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Well, even then,
like,
we
wait.
never understood why they were flying us out.
Oh yeah, no.
We're like, why are you flying us out just to play the game? You can just send everyone. And now, EA's doing a lot more of that. They're doing, these little test betas.
Yeah.
yeah,
for a
they
day or
don't, they don't
two.
really fly anybody out anymore. They just
Yeah.
like, hey, you can hop on your computer and test the build early.
Yeah, they just got smart.
Yeah.
The trip that blew my mind more than anything was probably you guys as well, but like that first time we all went to London to watch the trailer for Battlefield 1.
Yeah, that's all
Just
we
the
did.
trailer.
Just
yeah,
to watch it.
Yeah, it was
We
insane.
could have watched it 5 minutes after it dropped
right.
Yeah.
from home.
That's probably what
I'm not
these-
complaining.
No, I know. I mean, it was an
Oh,
amazing
yeah.
trip, but yeah, it's like it is like, what the fuck are these companies spending this fucking money on for?
Oh, man, the Far Cry one that Doralis and I
Oh,
did.
yeah, up in San Fran, outside of San
Yeah,
Fran.
we did like
Shooting-
side by
shooting crossbows
side
and-
crossbow. Yeah,
We gonna play this
tasting
game yet?
bourbon. We're like,
That sounds awesome.
yes, y'all should just focus on the
That's the
game.
thing. That's the thing in the industry. It's like it is a wink and a nod. It's like, you're going to review our game good, right? You're going to give us some press, right?
I mean,
Hey,
it
here's
is-
some bourbon.
Everything is press, though, right? Like they're bringing you out there. It's marketing. I mean,
But absolutely.
It's
Oh,
cheap.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
obviously it is, but it's cheap marketing. Even with them going out there and spending all this money, they have budgets for certain things.
Look, we're
They
talking
need
about
to
it now.
Spend it on.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You go like every time, like you might hear like this. They're wasting all your money, but like they're getting every
gonna be
fucking
fine.
dime's worth, I
That,
think.
that London
about
trip
that.
blew my mind because it was when I got back from London. You were like, ready to go to London?
All right, yeah.
Just got
You took a
That's
regular
right.
trip to London and then
yeah,
came back.
and
Hey,
left,
we're
like,
going to London.
Went back in like a week and a half. It was insane.
All the London.
All the London you could ever want.
Man, let me tell you, that
First
would be
world problems.
a great meetup
Yeah.
place.
Good God. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It'll be a lot of fun.
It's a good thing though, because we saved a lady's life when we were there. So
Oh yeah.
had they not flown us to London, she probably wouldn't be here today, or at least longer.
It's fine. I don't remember that.
Remember that lady trying to
Walk?
walk with those bags?
Old lady?
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
that
yeah.
was her. So you're calling that saving her life. I remember helping an old lady.
No, we
She'd
just
have been
helped
done.
her
Carry her bags.
We helped her take her
Yeah.
bags home.
She
Yeah.
would,
That
she
was
would
like,
have
oh,
been done right there on the street.
right there.
She was in bad shape.
Even with our help, she about didn't make it.
Yeah, it's true. It was that was a good day.
We're
No, yeah, it was
heroes.
so weird.
Don't
Yeah, this
forget
poor old
that.
lady. I remember, yeah, we came up on her. She was just like, leaning up against the side of a brick wall, just huffing. I'm like, what? Are you okay? She's like, yeah, I'm carrying these things. I'm tired. It's like, well, where's your house? Down the road. Give us your shit. Come on. Let's get out of here.
She'd still be walking back right now.
Probably.
Yeah.
I remember, I'll never forget. She was like, they say Americans are rude, but you boys are so nice.
Yeah. I helped her in her foyer. I saw some jewelry. I took it.
Yeah, well, I got to get paid.
Yeah, no, she probably doesn't remember shit. You know, whatever.
It was fun.
Hey, tell me, I got a story.
Oh yeah.
Oh, happened last night. I felt so fucking bad last night. I still feel bad, but I mean, it wasn't my fault. But it's just
Oh, because of the story you feel
things.
bad.
Yeah, I mean, things happen, right? So with the lady, we were watching that House of Dragon, whatever, the new Game of Thrones series, the first episode of it, checking it out. Took a little break outside. I was just blazing a little bit, and there was a couple like water bugs and stuff, and her cats chased one inside, and it went under like the entertainment center. So now we got a water bug inside. Of course, she doesn't like it, but
and
I'm like, well,
cockroach.
Well, yeah,
cockroach.
Yeah, like
water
and they're
bug. I'm sorry.
big, like around, like I don't know, 'cause
Fly.
Like you could saddle one.
they're freaking about 2 inches long,
Yeah.
and maybe about a good at least half inch to 5/8 wide.
Yeah, for those not
they
in the
can
know, if you live in North Carolina or down here, they're called water bugs by the
and they're
locals.
everywhere.
And they're
Yeah.
cockroaches.
Then yeah, and
But the difference is if you see one of those, they're more or less isolated. They're not like the cockroaches that if you see one, you've got
They're not like
hundreds.
like
yeah,
a nest. in
they're
your
all
wall
over the
or
place.
anything.
They're smaller. They're different
Yeah.
breeds.
So-
and
They're
there's
like
different
independent
issues.
contractors.
They are
Anyway.
independent little rogue nuggets.
Yeah.
So anyway,
basically
it's
got
under
a-
the entertainment center. It doesn't bother me. I'm like, well, the cats are going to be fixated on this, And they were, and it was like injured. They got one of the legs before it went under. And of course, it's bothering my girl a little bit, just knowing it's there. I
Right,
get it.
yeah.
Ignoring it for a while. So, okay, we get to the point. Pulling back the entertainment center, looking down where they're at, hoping it, whatever. I've got some paper
Something will
towels
scurry.
to grab it, whatever. So I didn't know where she was.
Oh no.
I move like this little speaker, like a bass speaker on the ground that's attached to the sound bar, and it starts. I'm barefoot, by the way. Starts scurrying directly toward my bare foot, right? Like just beeline.
Yeah.
Right.
And you can't instinct. You can't help it. I'm moving my foot.
Yep.
And I lifted it up and backward fast. Didn't know where she was. And man, I felt the back of my heel make contact to her face or head. My girl. Right. Like hard. Like
Oh my
it
God.
hurt my foot.
Oh, God.
And I was just like, my gut, everything just dropped. My stomach dropped. And checking on her and see her, and like there's blood on her chin. And I was like, what
Oh,
the
no.
fuck? What are we dealing with? First, you're thinking teeth.
Teeth are
Like,
gone.
what happened, right? Yeah, and she's like, her head's ringing. I can't believe I didn't knock her ass out.
Can
She's
I
a
ask
tough
you a
chick.
question?
What'd
Go
you hit
for
her?
it.
Like, I mean, what? Oh, yeah, keep going, keep going.
The back of my heel, right? And I hit her below her lip.
On her
like
chin,
her-
just
yeah.
above her chin.
Yeah. Go ahead, son.
Well, I was gonna ask him like, so you were standing up?
Well, like kneeled over, and I lifted my leg back, and
And she was like what? Like
she was
hunched
like
down?
bent kind
She
of
was
down,
prone?
looking
Down.
too.
Okay, yeah, 'cause
but
I was
I
trying
had
to
no,
imagine
I had no perception where
Of
she
where
was.
she was.
I was
Oh,
just
God.
reacting to a fucking
The thing that ran at you.
So
Running at me.
heel versus face.
yeah.
Heel one.
And then we look. just
popped
below
through?
her bottom lip. Yeah, her teeth, and she's got big, beautiful teeth. Went through her lip. Probably just right around a half inch.
Did it come through?
Through.
All the way
And
through.
here, look at this.
Oh no.
See that, Mark?
Is that
Oh.
teeth on your heel?
Yep.
That's a tooth on your heel.
So my heel was bleeding from her tooth that went through her lip.
Oh, man.
No.
Damn.
How's the tooth?
Her teeth are fine.
Good.
Like I said, big, beautiful teeth. And of course, we're like, is this an ER thing and stuff like that?
Right.
Of course, you think you got to get
But the
stitched
blood, you would think maybe, and she was super cool about it, which I don't know if I would have been. You know what I mean?
You
Yeah.
bitch.
I mean, yeah, if your tooth went completely through your damn.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, quite a bit. So the bleeding stopped, in time, and a couple Advil and whatnot, and cleaned it, and she decided to stay and not go. Because, if you're going to go to ER at that hour,
I
like it was
wouldn't.
close to
when was
midnight.
this?
Like it's late night, right?
Okay.
You're not going to be priority at all.
No,
Like you
no,
are
not
the
for something like that.
bottom
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
that. Like you're not going to.
Here's what I've learned from movies.
What you got?
If the bullet goes all the way through and you just put some gunpowder in there and light it, you're good.
Right. Or if you have like a flare, you can light the flare and then hold it up
Yep.
against it.
Or if you
Yeah.
have a knife and a fire,
Right? That'll do it.
heat the blade.
Don't listen to anything we're saying right
Yeah.
now, by the
Yeah,
way.
do not.
You're not
Or
survivalists.
we just saved your lives.
So she went to her normal
Like
doctor
an old
today,
lady
and they
in
were
London.
like, "Yeah, it's good you didn't go." And
Yeah.
they went to stitch that area. It's like right on the line, right on that line below your lip where it's like a natural.
Stitch the area?
They didn't want to there. They said there, and they gave her a couple butterflies today, and it was the right decision to not.
Couple of what?
Butterflies.
That's
Yeah,
the poor man's stitches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We've
paid
done that in
$25.
Alice many times.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, we were.
Where was that cut on you? We just kept butterflying.
My
His eye?
Yeah, I had a pro hockey player jump over me after we were doing a fight scene. I got up a little too quick and I caught his knee right in my eye, and it just split it perfect. And that's right around when I met Simon. Like in that time, I might have had the butterfly stitches when I met you. I can't remember.
I don't know. He's so cute with butterfly stitches.
I put them on for no, I'm kind of like Nelly, except butterfly stitches up.
right.
But anyway, God, it's hard not to feel bad about that.
Oh, yeah.
She's
Sure, of
fine. It
Well, I
worked
mean,
out.
the real question is, did you get the water bug?
Yes, her cats are worthless in that realm. Her little papillon got it and started to eat the fucker up.
There you
That's
go.
great.
Cat had a little nibble.
I have a similar story because I don't
You
normally.
kick your wife?
I don't really. It's a little different. I don't really jump react usually.
Yeah.
Usually I'm just like, I don't know. Things just don't startle me.
Yeah.
But
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm a bitch.
well, that yours would be startling.
No, water bug running at you. It's,
Yeah.
just like, it's instinctual. You're just like, what the fuck is that? Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, right.
But today I was checking my email, and one of them was something I wanted to, mark as unread, so I could go back to it later.
Yeah.
And I hit delete, and I'm like, oh, no! Like I jumped.
You jumped
Knocked
and
your wife out.
There was no hitting anybody in the mouth or bugs involved.
Right, but
but
you
I
jumped.
and quickly I go, well, I'll just go to the
Go to the trash.
deleted files and undo it. But it was funny that I jumped. Just not used to jumping.
That's what you jumped at. That's so weird.
It was weird.
You should make a movie about you.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
intense.
That time I deleted something.
And again, for the record, like if I saw it running at me for like a few feet, I would have had time to react different. But it was like literally, it was like a foot and a half.
Right. It just
And the
came
speed,
barreling out of
yes,
the
direct
under the
shot.
thing. Yeah.
It was like one of those
You're
snakes
moving.
in Green
Yeah.
Hell.
I don't want
See?
you on my foot.
See, I'm glad you clarified that because really, it could have been 10 feet away.
It could have been.
And that would have been very
And I
much
did a
bitchy thing to-
jumping spinning kick.
Right.
It's hard to add that up. Anyway, life.
Now, I've been watching, or I watched a couple of Netflix series. Comedian named Theo Vaughn.
Yeah, Theo Vaughn.
Yeah, I've seen
I went
some
through a
I
Theo.
told
Oh, Theo.
and I told Neebs, I was like, hey, watch this guy. Let me know what you think, because I was like, he's either going to like it or he's going to shit on me. So I'm wondering if, because you watched a little bit of it,
Uh-oh.
and then
I know where you're at.
All right.
I think I might know where you're at too.
okay.
I have an opinion.
I have an opinion.
I
as well.
haven't
curious-
seen it, so I'm going to base this on
yeah.
you guys.
Let's hear your opinions before we give mine.
I've watched a bunch of his stuff. I went down a little wormhole. Go ahead, son.
Okay. I've watched enough to know that he's definitely hit or miss, and I find his some of his stuff Like, I don't understand why he's as popular as he is.
I think it's his look, his confidence, hit or miss for sure. He's more of a storytelling comedian. Like, a lot of times I'm like, these aren't jokes.
Right. Which is, I think
like-
storytelling comedians can be fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
Can be.
The way he tells his particular stories, I think he goes on a little bit. But you know what? What the hell do I know?
It's all subjective.
Oh,
so
yeah.
it's just like, I'm a meh. At first I was like, yeah, this guy. And then I was like,
I think he's a better interviewing with Joe Rogan, but that's what got me to watch some of his stuff, because I did see him perform well on Joe Rogan, like good interactions.
Yeah.
Funny, off the cuff dude.
I feel like, here's my take. I think he deserves all the success he has, but I think he's probably a little bit of a, I don't know who his audience is. For me, I just grew up around people like that. So
Yeah, I know.
It's
That's
it's
what I
not
was like.
funny to me.
He's
It's
probably
just-
talking about you.
Yeah, it's
You
just
were the friend.
It's just people that lived in Viewmont.
You
know?
have your family, like and that's a good way to say it, because you did grow up. He reminded me very much of stuff like you, but I've heard funnier stories that you would tell that you wouldn't consider to be stand-up that could replace his stories, and he's got his own
They're
special.
just people you know, or friends of your uncle.
Right, so you go like, oh yeah, that's more of an interesting story than what
Think
he
about it,
just
Neebs.
said.
All you got to do is tell country stories to city folk, and you make millions.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But no, he had a few things I thought were funny, but
he's a funny dude.
But like Nate Bargatze, man, I'm just cracking up at Nate Bargatze.
yeah, me too.
Me too.
Well-crafted jokes. The timing's all well thought out.
And I have a lot in common with what he says. He's like, some people just aren't people that get their birth certificates.
right?
And I can totally relate to that. It's like, because I guess parents are supposed to give their children their birth certificates at some point.
Yeah.
Nope.
And see, for me, Nate Bargatze,
No, don't
I
have
think
one.
for me, Nate Bargatze he's good. I like him. But he's kind of not at the top for me. I think I like Tom Segura.
Tom Segura
Tom
is like
Segura
a
is-
lot.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
He's
I
hysterical.
think Anthony went to Nate Bargatze, the same show that you did.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, Anthony, what'd you think? He's like, it's good if you're over 40.
Yeah, he might not
Right.
relate to a lot
It's
of
like,
stuff.
yeah, he's like, I can't. It's
Yeah.
just not me. You know, I can't. Yeah.
Well, Nate and Theo are both from Tennessee, I think.
Okay.
So yeah, I don't know. I could just
It just depends. There's different strokes for different folks.
that's right.
when we went and saw Nate Bargatze, another comedian I love who doesn't have like the clout that Nate does or whatever. I've mentioned to you guys before a couple of years ago when I discovered him, and he just doesn't have many specials. I think he's super talented. But his name's Rory Scovel. Apparently, when Nate Bargatze was coming through Wilmington back when all that stuff, he was on tour with Rory Scovel. And I was like, fuck, man. I wish I was watching, like,
Could have been a double feature.
could have been a double feature. And they're, very comparable.
I
if you've
thought
never seen
Bargatze's opening acts were pretty good.
Yeah, we're
The
all
one guy had one bit I thought was funny because I have a nephew who plays soccer but doesn't want to. he was talking about he was such a fan of I think the kid's name was TJ or something. And he's like, TJ is my favorite because he does not want to be there.
Right.
He's like, I got the foam finger that says TJ on it, and it's the middle one.
Right.
Because I
Oh,
can
that
totally
was-
relate to my nephew not wanting to be out there.
I'm going to start going to the UNCW soccer games, the home matches now, because you met him. The new
yeah.
coach,
Yeah.
James.
Yeah. We met the lead coach.
Those
or
are
the
my
soon-to-be
well, he's
head
the
coach.
he's their
Head coach, you
He's
mean?
their new goalie coach.
There you
Okay.
go.
Okay.
Okay.
They have a coach for. Okay. Whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So he's a Scot. He's from Scotland. He was coaching like on a or whatever the next tier up from, but in Oklahoma for like 17 years.
Yeah. He had a fun backstory.
Yeah. Just an interesting, short little dude. Apparently, when he was growing up and he was like this badass goalie, like everyone expected him to grow another foot or two. So it's like not the right position, but he's still a badass goalie and a
foot
great
or
coach.
two?
Well, like
So
another foot or something.
You
But
want longer arms when you're
he
a
ended up
goalie,
being
right?
short, you know? So I'm going to go support some local soccer, even though I don't know shit about
Yeah,
soccer.
there you go. Well, I think, his buddy that was with him,
Yeah.
I guess he's going to be coaching the Hammerheads. The Hammerheads
Right.
are coming back.
Yeah, and his buddy was. I
they
saw him the
leave?
other night. Yep.
I thought they did.
Yeah.
That's our local soccer team,
Yeah.
city soccer team.
So is
yeah.
it how old is this guy?
God, if I would, he's probably a little later 30s, maybe.
Okay.
Mid 30s.
Okay, just wondering because my younger daughter, her soccer coach, and it's just like a rec league.
Mm-hmm.
But this guy's an older gentleman, Scott as well.
That's a lot
And
of
I'm like-
similarities.
I'm like, these girls have no idea
What you're saying?
Hey, you get me and they're just all looking at each other like,
And they all speak Valley.
Is he like yelling at us or cheering us on? We don't know. They're just confused. We'll just try to play soccer.
When I
They
ran in,
really are the hardest to understand.
I forget exactly how it went down, but I ran into him at the bar just across the way the other night. Him and the other guy that's coaching, because he's from England. His buddy.
Well, yeah, he's bunking up with him right
Yeah,
now.
right,
'cause
right.
He's coming over. He's moving his family, and he's staying like, whatever.
They're both great.
Yeah.
But I walk in, I see James, and he's like, "Where are some S's?" You know. But I know he said it like I don't do that well, and I was like, "Where's the what?" The messes, messing, and this went on for a good minute. Like just
Was he wanting to know where your
okay,
lady
I'm sorry.
was?
I'm like, just say it one more time. I tilt my head. I'm like, my ears right by his lips.
Where?
I'm so annoyed that
The messes.
like he never tried to change it up. He just kept on going.
A different word.
Yeah, like
different
girlfriend.
This is English.
I'm sorry.
There's tons of words.
Man.
Just one more time. Just give me one more time.
Man.
Shash.
She's at home. I kicked her in the face.
Kicked it in the face.
She got a hole in her lip. Butterfly stickers everywhere.
That was a good laugh. I'll tell you what.
Like the what?
And he
Misses.
lived in Oklahoma for 17 years. I'm sure that like evened out the accent of Tooch.
No.
You would
No.
think.
Oh, like you've heard my mom.
Yeah,
she's
it's
been
true.
in this country since 1968, and she sounds fresh off the boat.
You make a point.
Yeah,
Some
a lot of
will-
people stick with it.
Yeah, they're just like, I'm not getting rid of this.
But she goes home and has regularly, right, every year.
Well, that's only been for like probably 4 years.
So she only does it for. I just assumed she visited home every couple of years, maybe for a week or two. No, okay.
Well, still, like, God.
Damn it, Mom.
It's probably classes for that.
Actually,
Dialect classes.
I had to take a trip to Duke, and my mom came with me, and I was like trying to sleep. I'm like, is Anthony in here? My mom snores like a motherfucker. Oh my God, man! I couldn't sleep. I was ready to go outside
Yeah.
and just sleep outside.
Kick a hole in her lip.
Yeah.
Because I
give her-
would
give her
be
new
like,
airway.
Mom, you're snoring. And the way that she sleeps
Give her some
is,
breathe strips.
it's like, first off, she's old.
Hangs from the
Second,
ceiling.
yeah, she when she
bat.
snores,
Right?
there are like these sounds like she's terrified in between snores.
Oh my God.
You have to try to.
I've heard that before. I've definitely heard a version of that before in my
Yeah,
life.
I think I have too. It might be an old person though. My mom might do it too.
Marine Corps roommate or something like that back in the I don't know, but I've definitely heard that. What a weird thing.
Yeah. So,
It's like a terrified grunt.
yeah, pretty much.
And that's
In the middle
alarming. You
of
don't
a
want to
snore.
hear that. This is not a pleasant sound.
Well, I
she
told
doesn't hear
her. I
it.
told her next time if she ever goes with me again, she's getting her own room at
Yeah.
a different hotel.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I wouldn't play that game.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Oh man. Oh, and one other thing I told James before I forget, I told him about back when like we met Cha Boy.
Oh, God, yeah.
And I told him about what Cha Boy, like his pickup line was, and I hope this doesn't get back. Sorry, Cha, I know you're happily married and all that stuff. But back in the day, you were a little pimp. For all I know, he's still a pimp. But he'd just, walk up to a lady at the bar. You all right then?
Yep.
You all right?
Right then.
You all right? Just that. Just you all right? I was like, and that was it.
Yeah.
This
That's all you
girl
needed to
knows.
do.
You got this little confident, little cocky
gotta-
fucking
Yeah. He's
with the
interesting.
accent, and this will
Yeah.
be fun.
Well, hell, I remember when we were in Sweden, I got the comment. It's like, I love your accent. I was like, oh, that's neat to be in a place where you have the accent.
So you would have to in Sweden just go, "Are you all right?"
yeah. Are you okay then? Ooh.
You all right, Dan?
Start swooning.
You gotta go southern with it.
You all right, Dan?
You all right, Dan?
Yeah, you had a hell of an accent, I'm sure, in Sweden.
I've probably, because I lived in Australia for 2 years, so I had an accent. And it's ridiculous what you get away with, because I got hired to be an MC for a fashion show, and I'm like, first of all, I'm not going to remember anything you tell me to say.
What?
And
I've not heard this story.
I'm going
I
to
haven't
freeze
either.
up when we get on stage.
Really?
And it's not going to make your fashion show look good. And they're like,
Wow.
you got a great accent. Let's do it.
Okay, so
They
tell
just-
us. Tell us.
I blew it.
Okay, no. Tell us how you
front of
blew it.
hundreds of
Why?
people.
Go ahead. Come on. Well, you
I'm like-
stuttering. We've heard you
I'm
read
like,
the
all
stream.
right, here's Tim in his clothes, and he's walking out here.
He's like best in show.
Yes.
What's his face?
Yeah, I was going to say that. It's the best in show
great. There
situation.
was-
Look at him go. What a jacket.
There was no. They just said riff. You said no script.
They gave me a script. I just
Right.
said, look, I'm not good at remembering things, so they're like, it'll be fine.
You
Just
didn't want to read it.
just keep talking. No, they didn't let me read it.
Not a big
I had to
reader.
just have a microphone and
Yeah,
be
I thought you
talking.
were in the back, just fucking talking. I didn't know
No,
they
they
were
put
like
me in a suit.
front
I'm in
and
front of
center.
people.
My
They're watching
God.
me.
with cameras.
I'm sure there were lights and people in the stage, and I'm
Oh,
just up there just
Please,
going, all right.
somebody dig up this fashion show.
Oh my God!
If we could find this.
They knew that you had done films before, like like
I
independent
warned them.
films.
I gave them
I know you did,
no
Yes.
reason to think this was a good idea.
but you still did it because they saw all your brilliant stuff, and they were like,
They
"You'd
wouldn't
be
take no for an
perfect."
answer.
They set dress the stage with hay bales because.
And you know when
redneck.
you can feel it? You're
Yeah.
on a stage.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And you know what you're coming across as I've blown this.
Oh yeah. Oh no,
Yeah.
trust me.
I
did
felt
it's,
that
It's
big
funny.
time.
I did that when I did the game show with Duke. It was the same exact thing. I didn't want to do it. He thought it was a
that
good
was
idea.
being filmed.
I know it was
You
awful.
get takes.
Well,
You
no,
get-
it was you had to read off of a prompter, and you didn't get takes. You had to run through from beginning to end.
Oh really?
Yeah, so like I know that
It's
that
a good feeling. Yeah.
that feeling of like I did a horrible. They put my shit on public access. My parents ran across it with my Aunt Rosie and Uncle Joe, and they're like, "Oh my God!"
And then they're like, "Oh, my
Simon's
God.
on the television." Yeah,
He's blowing this.
yeah. I'm like, "You
embarrassment to
saw
our
that?
family."
I never saw it. I lived it. I was drinking at 11 a.m.
How is he making a living doing this?
I wasn't. Anyway,
Up next, Sydney Fashion Show.
Yeah.
It's like
was
I
awful.
felt I felt so bad for that one guy, that EA event we were at.
Oh yeah.
And they cut. What,
They do it all the
Jesse
time,
something?
though.
Yeah.
Yeah, they cut to him and he just froze.
Because it's live, and
Oh,
they're
God.
jumping around, and he had a spiel about some car game.
Yeah.
And just
Forza.
Forza. And then
Yeah.
and then is that EA? And then like you're live. You only got a few seconds before they jump to the next person.
yeah.
Yeah,
And
that's a
then-
different kind of stress.
And once you
Oh.
get lost in your words and you can't remember where to start again,
You got 15
Was it
seconds.
Jesse Wellens?
maybe.
Is that his-
might have been.
Yeah, let's call him out
Yeah,
more.
and I think he just he just forgot everything and
Yeah, we've got his lines, we've got everything.
and just started flossing.
Yeah.
He'd just gotten over this until Vic had to say his whole
I
name.
felt so bad. It was like, oh man.
That Chowboy just convinced his
oh.
wife he's been a good boy. And brought that up too.
I promise I not been doing nothing.
It's a missus.
I've heard you say that to my cousin.
You fucker.
Who else do we want to?
Throw under the bus.
Yeah. Let's start a list.
Man, I can't believe we haven't heard that story. And that's interesting because we
I can't believe it
usually,
either.
if you listen to our podcast since we started it, you've heard us each say the same story at least 3 or 4 times.
Sure.
Probably.
That's a new one, I think.
Yeah,
Unless
really,
you.
What do you remember the name of this fashion show by chance?
No, it was in downtown. The thing was, I had a friend who worked for a marketing company,
Okay.
and they did design and marketing. And she's like, "Oh, I got an
And they make
American
bad
friend."
decisions, I see.
Yep, and he's got an American accent, and he'll be perfect.
And that's all they wanted. They just
That's
wanted
it.
an American accent.
Yep, pretty much.
Did you get paid?
Okay, God.
I don't remember. If I did, it wasn't much.
How about
'cause
what was the head count if you were to guess?
I would say 200-300.
Okay.
Wow,
yeah,
that's
no
that's
joke.
big.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's a lot
what I
when
would-
you're fucking up, you know?
Yeah, I've been to fashion shows with 8 people.
What's
Yeah.
going on?
More
here?
like porns, but
Simon, you like
You
have a
walkie-talking?
giant walkie-talkie there.
it's a battery.
We love making fun of
Nobody
Simon's
says
battery
Simon's-
bank.
Dude,
No one
Simon's
can
got
see
this
the-
battery the
You've
size
gotta
of a
show-
couple of bricks. And
gotta
then
show
out of the battery is his long vape pole.
Couple of
It
bricks.
just looks like this giant
it's
walkie-talkie.
Like a
a
satellite
charger.
You do this to yourself.
I know.
That's the size of a handbag.
Yeah, it's a small
switch.
handbag.
A switch.
Big old battery.
Yeah, it's the size of a Switch. Yeah, which is it's a portable thing that I just carry around because sometimes I'll need a charger and I want like that thing will charge my phone in an hour.
We have outlets, you know.
And it'll jump
I
your
know,
car.
but I don't have
The adapter.
the adapter, so I just threw it in there.
Okay, I'm sorry to bring that up again. It
It's
just
glad-
always blows
It
my
just
mind.
looks funny.
It's
Yeah.
hard not to look at it.
Yeah, it's
I'm
really
glad
weird.
we were talking. I'm not going
Did
to
we
show
mention
anyone any
it's
pictures
like
of it.
wish
100
you would.
orange too?
Fuck you.
Well, tell them the brand. They can look up
It's
an image.
glowing.
It's got like a solar charge.
It looks like one of those Ghostbuster traps.
It's pretty much the size, if not bigger than a Switch, sans the controllers.
All right.
Okay, I'm done.
Don't let
For all you
Gozer out.
people out there, it's the size of a 1x4 that's about maybe 6 inches long. All right, come on.
There you go.
So for all the people out there,
can't help
the
it.
real men and women out there who work with their hands,
Yeah.
that's how big it is. It's not that big. They're exaggerating. They can go fuck themselves.
It's pretty big. It's pretty fucking big.
Okay, yeah,
It's a
but
fatty.
I know, but
It's a fatty.
I got 2 bricks over here. The one brick isn't a big enough exaggeration. He's got to go with 2 bricks.
If you took one brick and cut it in half
In thirds.
long ways, not thirds.
Thirds.
Just one brick, just sliced like you were
Yeah,
slicing bread.
thirds,
That's what you got there.
3. That's a third
It's a
of a
third
brick.
of a brick, sure.
Maybe.
It's a third. He
All right.
he says half.
Well, he's an
He's
exaggerator.
A little more than
exactly.
third.
There
Did
were
you
10
hear?
people at that
Simon
fashion
was
show.
exaggerating earlier.
All right, listen.
No one jumped on him
We
about
all
it.
exaggerate.
We do. To get attention.
Is that why?
Yeah, we earned $10 at that cancer stream.
We did. We want attention.
Let's say over 50 grand.
That sounds better.
Yeah.
Dick, you said Ghostbusters and made me think of 80s movies. Did you guys see that Gamescom announcement?
Yeah.
They're doing a game of killer clowns
Yep.
from outer space.
Yeah.
I'm all in.
What a weird game and franchise to latch onto and
I
go,
feel
you know
like-
what needs a video game in 2022?
But the brand itself
Why
is
not,
intriguing.
Yeah, it
I mean,
is.
It's a
so,
great
like,
title.
Why not? And they kind of look like they're going with all the set design, everything. All the
well,
clowns look the
I think
same.
it's the same dev team that did the Friday the 13th game.
Yep.
So they're
Which
like,
we
oh,
know. We know those guys. So we'll get some Easter eggs up in
Yeah.
there too.
Have they made a good Back to the Future game?
No.
Wouldn't that be something?
Yeah.
You
They
gotta
did make
travel
one,
back,
though.
Travel back, fix
There
things,
was
go
one
back,
on
see
Super
how
Nintendo that
Yeah.
never came out in America that was good.
Gotcha.
I'm trying to think. Yeah, they haven't. I'm trying to remember Back to the Future game. There was a bunch of shitty ones on Nintendo back in the day.
Yeah, I remember that.
But since then, no, I can't think of one good Back to the Future game.
I know you guys had talked about it before, and it was the Ghostbusters with the ladies. So the other, like last week, my kid's like, oh, yeah, the Ghostbusters with the girls. And I'm like, I've heard so many horrible things for so long. I'm like, sure, I'll give this a go. I'll give it a shot and see. And we didn't make it through. She ended up getting distracted like a half hour in. Thank God.
You
Right.
can't even hold the attention of a child.
Oh my
Wow.
God! Well, I was mesmerized.
And how
Like,
bad?
at the choices that were
Right.
made,
Yeah.
and I was usually you go like, I heard it's horrible. It's not going to be that bad, and it was so much worse than I thought it could ever be.
Kind of like Wonder Woman 84.
That's what I was just
I've never
thinking
seen
about.
that
Yeah.
either, and
Don't-
I'm going.
I couldn't make it past the
Watch part of it.
intro.
Yeah, the
that's what I have to
trailer
do.
I couldn't make it past.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know. I just really couldn't believe that I couldn't believe that script would be let out. So anyway, I just wanted to because you said Ghostbusters.
I don't think it was a script because the entire movie just feels like an improv session. It's like there's no direction. It's just like
That's
let's get
okay
these
on
four.
YouTube. That's not okay for a real movie.
No, especially not a Ghostbusters
not
movie. That's the
Ghostbusters.
thing. The first Ghostbuster movie is just like this cleverly written script.
It's a really good script.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there's a little bit of improv, but it's not that amount.
Yeah.
It's like when you're writing a Ghostbusters movie, you have to have some sort of like, I don't know, like plot. But no, I appreciate the new one much better. And I guess they're working
Yes.
on an even newer one. Since the last one was successful, it's like, let's keep it going.
Plot in this one, hopefully. Let's go back to this time travel game. Doesn't have to
Okay.
be Back to the Future, but wouldn't it be cool? Let's say there's I don't know, if it's going to be like a survival game or something like GTA, but
Like an open world.
open world.
Yeah.
And you go, and here's a problem you can't solve with the weapons and resources you have because this enemy's too big. You're like, well, let me go back in time and plant a seed here, start a little colony.
Yeah.
And then when I go back in the future, I'll have a bigger ally, or you've done something to change the course of
Yeah, that'd be
Butterfly
Yeah.
effect.
Yeah.
An open world time travel game. I don't think anyone's done that I can think of.
I'll
But yeah,
tell you-
imagine hopping in a car or hopping in some sort of machine going up to 88 miles an hour, and then like you're in the past, and then boom, the world changes.
Yeah.
Like now you're in this time period.
And you
gotta
can't do it
this
all the
mission.
time. You have to like find the resources to be able to travel.
Yeah,
So it's a little bit expensive to do it. But when you do it, there's a big result.
Tell you what my mom would do, because she told me this. She said she would like to go back in time. She said, I wish I would have waited to get married and have kids.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Damn.
this was the other
That's
day. This was the other day. Yeah. I was like, hey, you realize what you're saying. Like, I have to tell my sister this too now.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, I don't mean it.
She
I'm
knows.
Like, you said it.
And she said it to you. That's the
me.
thing. It's not like you overheard it and you were in the kitchen and you're like, what'd you say, Ma? It's like she's talking to you.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yep. I wish I would have waited to get married and taken my time.
Yep.
And
And then I
really
wish I'd
thought
had
about everything.
Yeah.
Not had children.
Yeah.
or just had 2 girls
Yeah.
and not a son.
Yep.
What, Ma? What? I wasn't serious.
Well, I'd go back in time and choose to not have a ma.
Trying to think
Mom.
of
Yeah,
games.
she sucks.
Like Super Nintendo game like Chrono Trigger, that did time travel very well. Or like
Yeah?
you're saying, you had to go back to one period, change something, then go back. Yeah, that was kind of cool.
All right.
But I think it was Titanfall 2 had that time travel mechanic for that
Yep.
one level that was really like you were moving through the level and you could hit a button and just whop, it would change the whole level, like you were back and forth between 2 different time periods.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
And you
good
had
stuff.
to use that to like get around this environment. It was
Yeah.
I remember that being really cool.
All right, yeah.
So yeah, it's been done in a ways, but yeah, it certainly hasn't been done open world. I hope
Yeah.
some dev tackles that at some point.
That'd be
Yeah,
cool.
that's not an easy task.
Even if there was just like 5 to 10 time periods you could choose from, it wouldn't have to be crazy to be really cool.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's a challenge. I mean, we're talking about an open world, so not only you have to design an open world for 5 different time periods.
Yeah, I know.
So that's a
Even
Or-
2 would be a good start.
yeah.
Even like an FPS where, like, you have all these different objectives, but you have to maybe there's like a portal gun that you have to, hit to get to another objective, and you're a completely different time, but still, I don't know.
You
Just
could do it in
thinking out loud.
history and take out like the guy who assassinated Kennedy.
John Wilkes. Oh, what was
Yeah.
his name?
I know. That's,
Not John Wilkes.
Yeah,
Not Lincoln's
that was the other
assassinator.
assassination.
Yeah, forget it, whatever.
Oh crap! What was his
yeah.
name?
But anyway, like history things though, that might be.
I was just
fun and
picturing
silly.
shooting like a portal gun. You're on a bridge and then go in it, and there's just not a bridge there anymore. And you fall in the water.
You have to
Lee
consider these
Harvey.
things.
Lee Harvey, Oswald, Marine sniper, so they say.
Have y'all been to Dallas and seen Elm
No.
Street in that
No,
area?
haven't.
Yeah, I've been there. They got like a conspiracy museum there.
I'm sure.
They got the fence with everybody writing
Well, there's a
stuff on it.
conspiracy that we don't know if it's there.
The museum.
Are you sure it's there? Is that what they want you to think?
So we got a lot of droughts going on now. Water levels dropping in a lot of different places, and
man,
all this
yeah.
stuff's being revealed. Dinosaur footprints, old
Oh, yeah.
Buddhist statues that have been under lakes.
Really?
Pretty fascinating, isn't it?
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
Bodies, finding
They've
bodies
also,
and barrels.
Synthetically make it, and think in Cambridge, mice. Hear about this? Without the
No.
use of eggs or sperm, they had some mice with signs of brain life and a heart beating made synthetically live for about 8 days.
How do you make that?
It's a good question.
3D printer?
Yeah, kinda.
And rice.
And rice pudding.
Yeah, I could see that.
To make mice pudding.
Like when you say living for 8 days, I mean like, well, what? Sorry, I missed that.
He
but
said
it's
mice pudding, and I
Oh,
thought
mice.
that was
That is very
worth
good.
clapping.
I'm just like,
I don't know. I'm just saying crazy times. we
Crazy
live in.
times.
Crazy
Yeah.
times is all adding to the crazy times.
And then floods. We had fires earlier. The sequoias were in trouble. Now we're getting floods in the Southwest.
You know how to go out with positivity.
Oh, I
don't
didn't know we were done.
All right.
we
I
could
didn't
have.
know we were wrapping up.
We could. Yeah,
We're at that point.
Sorry.
Let's
Oh, good.
We'll
Feline AIDS is up.
feel.
But if we
that's-
said it was down, that's a positive.
Right.
but it's up.
Yeah, feline AIDS.
We
But
don't
you know what? Feline AIDS is still better than like fire and brimstone. Like some, you know,
Yeah.
like so.
Yeah. No, I was watching a YouTube video though. Like, there's a guy that's been tracking the progress of Lake Mead, I think it is.
Like Mead, yeah.
Yeah, and just how low it's getting. But people are still taking their boats out on there, and like to get to the boat ramp, this guy's like, "Hey, we're going to the, gonna go out on the boat today." The line for the boat ramp, you have to sit in for like 3 hours.
Oh my god.
Just to get your boat out.
People love drinking on the water.
I know,
And
yeah,
the
I know,
way-
but
yeah.
it's like that's not worth it to me.
No,
Like that's
no.
insane.
No.
And then to get out,
Yeah, I guess it's just part of your day. It's like
it's like a travel day.
Yeah, it's just part of. But yeah, this guy, he leaves his son in the truck, and then he'll go and he'll like document like how low the water's getting on Lake Mead, and it's insane.
They should all bring water when they come while they're waiting.
We got to figure out how to
Get back.
transport some of our water out there. It rains here every damn day.
Well, they're making big changes out in the Southwest already.
They're gonna have to.
Like, you can't be having grass
Yeah,
all
no,
over the
it's
place.
not sustainable. It's like irrigation out there.
Yep.
It's crazy. You live in a desert. You have to act like you live in a desert because you live in a desert.
It's not meant to support millions of people.
Yeah, you know
Turf.
what you don't need
Get
out
it?
there?
Astro-
Golf courses.
Oh man,
Golf courses out there. You can have golf courses, but guess what? It's all sand.
Yeah.
I heard they were like changing the color of their streets, like making them lighter.
Yeah?
To try to bring the temperature down and stuff like that.
Wow,
Well,
interesting.
I don't know if you heard what China's been doing with for their droughts. They've been pushing chemicals up into
making
the clouds.
clouds?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Oh yeah, to make it
artificial
rain.
clouds.
They've been inducing rain.
What?
Yep.
If
So
that
what-
works, that's pretty cool.
Well, yeah, as long
Unless
as
the
it's safe.
I mean,
exactly.
you think that's coming back down. I don't know what they use.
know, But there was like, it was there's so many. I know of a product idea that I've wanted to somehow try to figure out, whatever, because it would save a lot of water for a toilet. Because it's ridiculous. The amount of leaks that happen that just run water constantly having to do whatever, or the floods that happen from busted lines that go from your supply to the tank. And there's common sense things you could do to change how fucking water supplies this. But there's something now that, in whatever, it might be somewhere in Asia, you wash your hands and the water you wash your hands
Into
like
your
right there
toilet.
at the tank.
That's gray water.
Yeah.
They do that in RVs and other stuff,
Right.
Do it in houses.
Every public, everywhere. It's like,
That'd
that's
save-
where you wash your
It'd
hands.
save millions of gallons.
Just that.
I like it, Simon.
That's better than the
Good idea.
Well, it's not my
cat
idea,
AIDS thing,
but
so.
it's ridiculous how we're, I
We're
was
so wasteful.
so wasteful that in 20 years, they're going to be looking at us as like, what the fuck? I can't
Right.
believe you used
Yeah.
to do this.
rightfully so.
Why aren't
And
they
yeah,
pooping
and-
upside down now?
Right.
That's a good idea, though, because we should do that in all houses. And also, like most countries that I've been to, other than ours, have like a half flush and a full flush button.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
A lot of hotels have them now too. Why?
Yeah.
Because they're paying outrageous water bills. But everyone else is like, fuck it, because we're into wasting.
I thought it was so smart in Germany, the hotel room we had, you couldn't turn the lights on unless you had like your room key.
Yeah.
Like I took a shit in the dark because I didn't know how to turn the
Everybody
lights
had,
on.
everybody had to go back to the desk and go, hey, my lights
I
don't come
remember
on.
texting you guys like, has anyone had to figure out how to turn your lights on? You have to go up. There's this like card reader you have to hit and then boop. But I thought that was a great idea.
Yeah,
It's like,
you don't-
man,
you don't
that
leave-
conserves so much power.
Yeah, you don't leave your lights on when you leave the room.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a good idea. A lot of good ideas out there.
Listen,
Turn your lights
yeah.
off.
There's nothing wrong with being conservative.
Conserve and share your tips on conservation in there in the comments.
Yeah, that's what we were looking for this whole time.
That's it.
Yeah.
Conservation tips.
Yes.
Bring them.
And thank you for being here.
So much.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye, everybody. I hope your cat doesn't have AIDS.